Hi everyone, so this is a spring summer tutorial look that I am doing for you today. So please keep watching if you'd like to see how I completed this look, and I really do hope you enjoy it. I'm going to start by taking my base shadow brush by Real Techniques and my Constructivist paint pot by MAC. I'm just going to put that over the lid as a base. Then taking my MAC 217 brush, I'm just going to use the colour Red Brick by MAC eyeshadow, and I'm just going to put that in the crease as a transition colour. So we're going to be using a lot more pigments rather than eyeshadows for this look because they're a bit more shiny and they give that sheen look for summer, so it fits perfectly. So I'm going to start with Blue Brown by MAC, which is a really nice greeny, bluey and browny tone. You really want to be careful with your pigments not to spill them because I've done that before and that was not clever, it just went everywhere. Taking my MAC 217, this is pink because it's a limited edition one I got in a Christmas present from my lovely sister. I'm just going to take some of that. You just want to pat it on. You are kind of likely to get fall down when you're using pigments, so that's why I tend to do my eyeshadow first so that I can just wipe off whatever's fallen afterwards. Then taking my next pigment, which is Old Gold by MAC, so greeny goldy tone. Again, you need to be careful with your pigments. And I've just dropped some. Way. You can use the other side of your MAC 239 brush and you just want to, in the middle of your eyelid, just pack it on. And taking your 217, you just want to blend that. You want to keep building up that middle bit to get more of a shine there. So build it up and blend it until you're happy with it. You don't want it to be like an obvious rectangle shape in the middle of your eyelid. So you just blend it. Okay, so I'm happy with my eyeshadow now, so I'm just going to take the colour Red Brick that I had on earlier on my 217, and I'm just going to blend that through the crease again, but not too high, really, really softly. Taking my MAC Vanilla pigment, I'm just going to sweep that under my brow bone to give a nice shine. I don't want to put too much of this on because it can get quite strong, but it blends really nicely into the other colours. Now to do the eyeliner, I'm just going to take my Maybelline gel eyeliner and my Louise Young LY24 brush. I love this gel liner. I think it's better than the MAC Black Tracks. Right, so that's done, and we're going to move on to the face now and then finish off the eyes at the end. So I'm just going to get a makeup wipe and wipe off any drop down, which I can see that there is quite a lot of on my wipe, and just clean up my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to put my primer on, and I'm using Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Love the texture of this. Really nice. Then I'm going to put on my MAC Strobe Cream. I don't know if you've seen this in my first video, but I did use this. It does really illuminate the skin, which is great for this look. Now I am going to put this all over my face this time. I tend to get quite dark patches around my mouth, around here and on my head, so I just like to put some concealer on in those areas to just bring the colour back before I put my foundation on. I look crazy! Especially for people that have like darker skin tone, you tend to get quite grey in those areas. Then I'm going to take my Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation in the shade 12. And I'm just going to put that on. I absolutely love this foundation. It smells lovely too, and it just goes on so nicely. Now that's worked into the skin, and my skin is kind of glowing. I'm going to move on to my eyebrows, and I'm using my Illamasqua eyebrow cake in Thunder. Just on an angled brush, I'm going to just take it through the bottom. And then down, up along the top. Then whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to work that into the rest of my eyebrow. I do like the front of my eyebrow, start of it, to look quite natural and wispy rather than the drawn on look. I'm not really a scouse brow type of girl. So I'm just going to set my brows with my Illamasqua Brow and Lash Gel, which I think is my favourite one. Like, it really doesn't move your brows. You could be anywhere and your brows are not going to move. I went indoor skydiving not too long ago, and even with a big fan blowing you up, my brows didn't move. So that's a good thing. Then I'm just going to move on to concealer, and I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown corrector in Light Peach, and I'm just going to put that on with my fingers just there. So I like to set my under eye concealer with powder. You can use translucent powder, but I like to use Ben Nye's banana powder. I know this is really hard to get, so you could even use the Bobbi Brown powder, and I can't remember what it's called, but they do one, they do it with like, it's like got a yellow tint to it as well, so something that's got some slight colour to it is great, so that you don't look grey and ashy and washed out under the eyes. But you do really want to put a lot of this on and set it. There's nothing I hate more than my under eye concealer coming off. I can't stand it. I mean, everyone's under eye concealer creases, but you don't want it to crease too soon. At least give it some time. So yeah, this is a great powder to use. Then I'm just going to move right back onto the eyes, and I'm taking a green eyeliner, which is called Green Card, and it's by the makeup store. And I'm just going to put that on underneath. Then I'm going to take my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in Perversion and just pop that on the waterline. Then going back to my pigments, I'm going to use it's called Melon by MAC. And I'm just going to take my 219 pencil brush and just pop this on the inner corners. Just gives it that nice pop there. So that's the eyes almost done. I just want to put some mascara on. This is the Clinique High Impact Black Mascara. Don't forget your bottom lashes. Now I'm just going to put on my Bronze Goddess Estee Lauder powder on my Real Techniques contour brush. Just in the hollows of my cheek, and just work that in. This is lovely and perfect for the summer. Then I'm going to take my blusher Spring Sheen by MAC, and using my Real Techniques blusher brush, I'm just going to lightly put this over my cheeks. And we're just going to highlight, and I'm going to use Topshop's highlighter called Sunbeam. I'm just going to put this on the top of the cheekbones really lightly. This goes really nicely with the Spring Sheen blusher that we've just put on. And then finally the lips, I'm taking my Lasting Sensation lip pencil by MAC. Then I'm taking my MAC lipstick in Morange, if that's how you say it. So there we have it, there's the finished look. I hope you do like it. If you've got any questions or anything, please do post them below and I'll get back to you. But otherwise, please thumbs up, subscribe.